appreciate you all being here.
What do we do when we find him?
Just figure out how to get in first.
All right, so that comment by Lev makes me think that they think it's Tommy, or the guy that they saw right at the aquarium. We don't know that Abby knows that's Tommy, although I think she could probably assume because she's seen him before. I'm gonna make a quick comment here because I want to provide a little bit of context that I hope all of you will join me in. At any point in the game where I am playing and controlling Abby, we're going to take into account Abby's mindset on what's happening. If at any point in the game we retake control of Ellie, I am going to take Ellie's perspective. My goal here is to try to differentiate the motivations of the two rather than conflate them. And I want to remind all of us that we are witnessing a story. We are not really partaking in it so much as, like, we are witnessing what happened, so to speak. So, we are Abby right now. Them having the lights on, probably not super smart, but that's really, well, figure out how to get in.
Lights are on. Still with me, Lev?
Yes.
All right. And please remember, chat, no spoilers, and I am no backseating, and I am not impressed by additional info that I wouldn't know right now. The front door is probably not the way.
Keep looking.
So all we know is that person who presumably killed our friends. I mean, we've had everything taken away from us, both Lev and I, man. Like, what a traumatic night. This is the kind of night that you never forget about. The kind of night that keeps you up on other nights. And so, when people experience this kind of thing,
Ready?
sometimes without realizing it, what happens is that you take as much control of that night as you can. Literally everything about this night has basically felt like it's been out of our control. All the bad stuff that's happened has been out of our control, and all the good stuff, like surviving, has been in our control. So we want to take as much control as possible in this moment, because already it's done nothing but take from us. Which I think is partly an explanation for why we would look at how do we avenge this, because that's something we can manipulate and control instead of letting the situation take more control of us.
All right. Stay quiet now.
We have no idea who's in here, but with this much going on... Oh, wow.
These are Leah's.
So we can only presume that Leah is also dead. I mean, look at her face. That is a face of anger and conviction.
He's been tracking us.
Site 2. This is Breakthrough Unit Echo. Fuck.
This is Site 2. Echo, what's the situation?
Isaac's dead. It's a fucking massacre.
Echo, keep repeat.
Isaac is fucking dead. Anyone else get off the island?
Echo, you're the first to call in. No one from the other unit.
Jesus Christ, where the fuck was the backup?
What's your location? Who's with you?
We're freaking ready for our squad.
Echo, you're breaking up. What is your location?
Send them in. Get out here.
Damn. But I guess we probably don't really care anymore about them. We care now about the people we had close emotional connections to, but not the entire WLF. But man, what a shit show this whole thing is.
Careful. Stay close.
You have no idea how many people are in here.
Fucking Jesse. I think I don't know what real gold looks like. Wait till you see this, you son of a bitch. She's gonna love it.
Hands up. Back away from your shit. I said back up!
You're making a big mistake.
Don't fucking turn around. Liv, keep your bow on him. Get on the ground.
You gonna kill me like a coward?
You fucking people. Jesse, stand up! Hands in the air, I shoot this one too.
Don't you do it, Ellie. Get out of here.
Stand up! Now!
Don't you fucking dare!
Shut the fuck up! All right?
Stop! Stop!
Toss your weapon. Toss your weapon!
No.
I know why you killed Joel. He did what he did to save me. There's no cure because of me. I am the one that you want. Just let him go.
You killed my friends. We let you both live. And you wasted it.
Wait! Get off of her! Move me!
Come on. Stay here. Watch the exits. Don't let her leave.
Holy shit. Alright, we gotta go get her. Because she's dangerous. Shit.
Fuck! Don't you fucking run!
Okay, real quick, before we go through this next part here. Abby has just seen everybody she cares about die. Has literally just watched the Seraphites be raised. Has seen the people that she used to identify with completely wreck their image to her. She's got nothing. She got nothing but Lev. And she's pissed. And she ain't thinking straight. Of course she's not thinking straight. She sees a target. She is probably still experiencing aftershock and tunnel vision. So her being focused on this and trying to do this, let's go. Let's seize as much control as we possibly can here. I don't really give a shit if Ellie's the one that I want. We let them go. If you're Abby, you accomplished what you wanted, and now this person came back, and as far as I know, she wants me dead. I was in those pictures. Everybody else in those pictures I saw was dead. She wants me dead. I gotta protect myself.
Motherfucker!
I absolutely have to protect myself.
Found
Jesus. Okie dokie. Wow. Here's the thing. Even if we let Ellie go, we have no reason to believe she ain't going to try and find us. We let Ellie go the first time. And she came all the way to Seattle. She came from Jackson, Wyoming to Seattle. And I'm in those pictures. So if I let her go, that's a risk, man. Not letting her go. You kidding me? Of course I'm going to chase after her and try and kill her. Although now we're in big trouble. Because I don't have a weapon, and she does. And that's no bueno. And remember, we don't know Ellie's convictions. We are Abby.
Show yourself.
Oh my God!
Motherfucker! Oh, I've got you!
Oh boy.
Got you now! You want payback? I'm right here!
Damn it.
nothing to do with this. She's pregnant. Good. Abby.
Don't ever let me see you again. Come on.
Who have I been? Who am I now? Who do I want to be? Is a question that Abby has been asking herself, I think, for the duration that we've known her. Abby did what she set out to do when she killed Joel. And I don't think that Abby's entirely okay with the fact that she did that. And like I said, I think it pushed her past her limits. I think it was something that she realized, that's not who I want to be. I don't want to be a person that does that. She could have killed Ellie there. Absolutely. No problem. And she looks at Lev, somebody she can take care of, somebody that represents who she wants to be, and she says, is that the person that kills Ellie here? No. So she says, don't let me ever let you see again. Don't ever let me see you again, and walks away. And honestly, I commend her for that, because I think Abby already knows when she killed Joel, it didn't make it better. So killing Ellie's not going to make it better. Killing anybody's not going to make it better. The only thing that has made it better for her is to take care of Lev. So let's get Lev and let's go. And I really think that that's what happens there for her. Wanting to do something is not the same as doing something. When she says good about Dina being pregnant and thinks about killing her, she's in a moment of like absolute blind rage. Wanting to do it isn't doing it. She didn't do it. So her desire to do it in that moment doesn't matter to me, because she ultimately decided not to. She was ready to kill Dina in a blind rage, 100%. Because again, Abby doesn't know. Abby doesn't know these people, other than she knows that Ellie was there screaming at her to stop when she went to kill Joel. But she doesn't know the relationship Ellie has with Joel. She doesn't give a shit about the relationship she has with Joel. And Dina is the same way. Dina means as little to her as the WLF and Seraphite people we've killed along the way did. What does she care? We could have killed 3 pregnant people along our journey right now. I mean, why does she care? We care because we know the backstory. but Abby has no reason to care. These people are threats. Dina came at her with a knife. So the fact that Abby successfully defends herself and then says, all right, I'm out, don't ever let me see you again, is better than pretty much anybody else we've seen in the game do. like, I can't fault Abby for that. I really can't. She wanted to see who was responsible. She didn't even kill Tommy. At least we don't think so. She shot him in the shoulder. She didn't shoot him in the head. We know she killed Jesse, but that was 2 people running through a door with guns. You're going to pop that. That's what your training teaches you to do. She killed Jesse. She almost killed Ellie. But But she doesn't know who Jesse is. He's a dude who came through the door with a gun, who is presumably on Tommy's team. And if he sees Tommy in trouble, he's going to open fire. She's been surrounded by a civilian militia her entire life. Of course she's going to open fire there. Again, that's the importance of playing this game from the perspective of the person you're controlling. We don't get to use our omniscient information to make sense of what it is that Abby's doing or to judge Abby's decisions. Abby is doing what she can to protect herself and to make sure that Lev is okay. That is what she's doing. She could have killed Dina. She could have killed Dina and Ellie in cold blood right there. She had the advantage. She had a knife. She could have taken Ellie's weapon. She could have double tapped Ellie. She could have double tapped Dina. She could have walked back into the lobby, double tapped Tommy, double tapped Jesse, and walked out and known for sure that she killed them. And instead of doing that, she says, "Come on, Lev, let's get out." That's mercy in this world. In this world that we've been existing in, that is more mercy than we have shown just about anybody at any point. So that to me is part of a redemptive arc for her. It is absolutely part of a redemptive arc for her. She has decided that helping people is what she wants to do. And she helped, in some ways, Ellie there by letting her live. I mean, she's taking care of these people. She defended herself and got out. She now knows that Ellie can track her, and she basically says to Ellie, "Don't you dare find me again because I can kick your ass." Now, it's true that Abby didn't have to go to the theater. But where else is she going to go? Everybody she knows is dead. I suppose she could have taken the boat, right? But where would they go? So if these people have tracked her and her friends, who knows what methods they're using to find her? You maybe are better off going on the offensive and trying to sneak up and see who it is that's after you. I mean, like, I can honestly understand why Abby would go there. But in this moment, we don't get to compare Abby and Ellie. We are Abby right now. So you can only imagine what this world would have looked like for the two protagonists if Joel and Jerry had not made the decisions they made. Well, Ellie would be dead. And who knows what Joel would have done. So, as far as I can tell from what I saw there, Tommy got shot in the shoulder. I don't know if that's right or not. That's my guess. And I don't want to be seeing shit in chat about what actually happened because that's a spoiler and you get your ass kicked out of here immediately. All right, so let's see what happens here. We're not here to compare characters. We're here to witness the story. Everything Abby has done up until this point makes sense.
Hey, buddy. What's wrong? I got you. Yeah, it's okay. We're good.
How fucking cute is that kid? Holy shit. Oh my god. We just went from like the worst humanity has to offer to the cutest freaking baby I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. What? How that is so jarring. Oh my god. Oh man, it's all blood and vengeance, and then just this little baby that's making little faces at us. Oh my god. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for how that was gonna make me feel. Holy crap. Look at this little onesie. Oh man. Okay, so clearly we recovered. And I don't really know exactly where we are. Ellie's obviously still thinking about Joel because she's got the watch. Does she wear the watch? She does not. Okay. I just want to look. Can we just? This is a palate cleanser if I ever saw one. Okay. Can we just admire really quickly this baby? My God. I don't even want children of my own, and this is just this baby. I can appreciate a cute ass baby. My God. All right, little guy. We are going to take care of you. Oh, man. All right. Come on, baby. Let's go for a little hike through the house. Let's go explore our house. Ooh. My little potato. Is his name Potato? Are you Potato? Who's a good potato? These are Ellie's paintings. Oh, that's cool.
Hey, you like these guys, huh?
Hell yeah.
You got some crazy hair.
He's got his teeth already, too.
Who's that handsome fella, huh?
All right, I hear somebody humming. So I gotta believe. I'm guessing Dina survived that.
Dina,
Yeah?
I'm in the kitchen.
Okay. So, Jesse was the father.
Say hi to your Auntie Talia. Hi, Auntie Talia.
He can talk? Oh my God. Or is that her talking for him? He seems a little young to have a voice yet. That's a very sophisticated fine motor coordination. Okay, that was Ellie, right? Okay, yeah. Thank you. I was going to say there's no way that baby talks. Ooh, she's singing Take On Me, which is what we sang for her back in Seattle.
Oh, what's up, you little goobers?
Hey. Thanks for doing the dishes.
You can thank me by putting on some music.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Absolutely. What kind of music we putting on here? What do we have here? Is this a note? My dear Dina, thank you for your letter and photograph. It's gotten so what is that? JJ's gotten so big already. He's got Jesse's smile. He's anything like his dad. Well, good luck. I can't wait to meet you. Or can't wait to something you. My back has been acting up again, but I'm on the mend. The doctor still thinks I need a few more weeks of rest. As soon as I can, I will be there. I appreciate the tender words in your letter. I will say what I hope is obvious. Jesse wouldn't blame you for what happened, and neither do any of us. We love you. You're part of our family. Be well. There will always be a place for you, Ellie. And JJ back in Jackson should you ever change your mind. Love, Robin. Okay, so we're not in Jackson.
How about some tunes? Ah, you want a boogie, huh?
I am probably, if this plays a song that's going to DMCA me, I'm not going to provide any commentary for the duration that we can hear the song. Just so you all know. Sean, I'm going to mark it as well.
All right.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love this song.
Your mom is very easy to please.
I'm with you. My bar is very low. Ooh, look at those moves.
These moves?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at Mama go.
Mm?
Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, hello.
Oh, no. This is kind of working on me.
You're weird.
I'm aware. Okay. Okay, you're distracting me.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Go.
Okay.
Oh, hey. I think I left Ollie outside. You mind bringing him back in?
Yeah, sure thing.
Should I perhaps set the baby
Where
down?
is he?
Pretty sure he's on the tractor.
Taking the baby with?
You want some fresh air?
Wow. I'd take that view. Holy shit. My goodness. Take the baby to the heavy machinery. That seems like a good idea. I can't imagine we're that far from Jackson.
Hey, Ollie. What are you doing out here?
Oh, that's Ollie. What's up? Give the baby his elephant.
Hang on, buddy. Yeah, here we go. It's pretty, right? Hey, you know what? I'm gonna teach you how to play guitar. When your hands are bigger. And you're not pooping your pants all the time. It's alright. Everybody does it.
That's pretty cool. What a meaningful thing to say to him.
Got a lot of stories to tell you. When you're older. Much older. I don't even know where to begin.
So, symbols are a way that we carry people after they're gone. And I mean, it's pretty obvious that guitar is one of the ways that Ellie carries Joel. But I think that what that represents for us, and the fact that she's saying things to him like, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar, instead of, I'm going to keep you alive in this horrible, shitty world, goes to show that what really facilitated and probably crystallized Ellie's attachment to Joel was when he did more fatherly type things, like teach her how to play guitar. That bonding carries a more lasting meaning, and for her, more fits the profile of the Joel that she idealized and internalized. Right? The Joel that she hated for not allowing her to die at the hospital is not the one that she carries with her. She carries the one that was with her through all of the struggles she was in, that taught her how to play guitar, that gave her the opportunity to experience the things that she's experiencing now. Right? And so wanting to pass that down to this little guy and saying that to him, I think is a reflection that she sees that type of thing as the ultimate form of caregiving and bonding. And that's what she wants to provide for her kid. Something that Joel provided for her.
My little baby potato. My potato, my potato, my little buddy potato. What a big boy. Yeah, that's my buddy.
Pretty crazy, right? That we managed to achieve this, given everything that we've been through. Like, this is what we worked for. In a lot of ways, Dina got her farm. Remember, we had a conversation there about the fact that she wanted a farm. And Dina got it, and we're here. But who's not with us? You know? Like, it's what makes these types of moments hard sometimes for people. Even years after you've gone through something that caused grief. Like, you experience something like this that you work toward that is ostensibly better than anything we've experienced up until this point. Even Jackson. And then it becomes a reminder that it happened for us instead of people that we care about and wish it could have also happened for. And so there's dissonance, I think, even in this moment. Right? Like, here we are. It's us, this baby, and Dina, and that's awesome. But it also means we don't have Joel. We don't have Jesse. We don't have Tommy. And that's something that we're going to have to come to terms with. And my hope would be that that's something that Ellie can eventually make her peace with. At some point. I'm not trying to be a bummer. It's just, these things are, you know, it's very easy for us to look at this and say, wow, you should be so happy. But these things can be really brutal reminders sometimes.
All right, little Spud. We should go check on Mama.
Now that we got your toy.
I'm gonna go hang up the laundry.
Oh, my back. You got that?
Yeah, I got it. You think he needs his jacket?
He's fine.
Sean, I'm marking this for music again.
More?
You can tell me to stop. Should I stop?
Okay, enough. Seriously?
I'm glad she was direct there. Oh, what's up, little baby lamb?
You want to pet him? Here. All right, here you go. Oh, gentle, gentle, gentle. Just like that. There you go. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
I'll take him. Can you get the sheep into the barn?
Oh, I got him. I can do it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Once you rest it up.
Okay, here.
Come on.
Put you in there. Don't stay out too long. He still needs a bath.
Shh. I'm like the herding master.
A lot of stuff for us to
Listen
attend
up, sheep. Your dinner awaits you in the barn, so come on.
to. Oh God, I have to herd sheep with a baby
Snowy.
on me.
Barn time.
Come on,
Easy. Head on in.
come on, sheepies. Get your asses in the barn.
How many do you think that is? Let's count. 1, 2. Better stop, because I'm getting sleepy.
Get your asses in the
Eugene.
barn.
Hey, inside.
Love that, Eugene. Excellent.
Todd. Mood or
Todd,
visit?
get your ass in the barn. Let's go.
Definitely
Let's
have
go,
way too
people.
many
Let's
sheep.
go.
Hey, what do you say we eat some of them? Tasty snack. You warm enough, buddy?
Just call me Rancher Mick from now on, all right? I'm going to change the channel name to Rancher Mick Live.
Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, how'd you get out?
Hey, little baby. Come over here.
Come on, little dude. Come on, little guy. Do you want to eat?
Ellie? Hey, Ellie. Look at me. It's okay. You're home. You're home. Breathe. Okay. I'm gonna take him, okay? Come on. Come here.
Sorry. I don't know what. I was just bringing in the.
It's okay. Here we go. It's okay. Hey.
Oh man.
It's good. Haven't had any excitement in a while. Hmm?
Yeah, that's about right. That's exactly what a PTSD type flashlight can look, or flashback can look like. Now, I don't know that Ellie actually is diagnosable with PTSD, and I'm going to caution anybody watching this to suggest that she is diagnosable with that. I think it's way too easy to throw that term around. I haven't been able to do an assessment, so for me to say she has PTSD because she had a flashback is not really, it's not good. Okay? However, I'm going to put some context on this. When people experience a trauma, Joel's death absolutely being one, brain scans the environment, looks for all the contextual clues to ensure that that doesn't happen ever again. And sometimes down the line, you can have something inadvertently, a nice little concoction of environmental factors that register just well enough on your subconscious vigilant brain that it kicks you into a flashback. And there's a couple aspects of that flashback that are particularly interesting to me, which is that as Ellie's running down the stairs, Joel yells her name. That's not what happened when we saw it. But Joel is specifically calling out for her, which tells me that Ellie has absolutely personalized that. That Joel needed her in that moment. That she was the only one that could save him, and he knew it. Thus, he would call out for her. Which means she has taken on some burden of the responsibility of what happened to Joel. She couldn't be there for him. She couldn't be there for him in his worst moments in the way that he was there for her in her worst moments. And despite the fact that we see Joel represented as a caretaker for Ellie, she perceived in her very like teenager type way their relationship as, I think, being a lot more equal than Joel did. I have no doubt that Joel saw his relationship to Ellie as being one of like father-daughter-ish. I don't know that Ellie specifically sees Joel as a father so much as she sees him as like a peer that has some age on her and has the ability to take care of her. So her having this like deep regret, I think like is because she's overestimated the amount of responsibility she had there. But she's personalized this as I couldn't provide what Joel provided for me. And she can't get into the door, right? Because that's the way that these things work, is no matter how badly you want it to be different, the dream is always the same. It always comes down to, it's about Ellie's helplessness in that. The trauma there, by the way, the trauma there is Ellie's sense of helplessness in that moment. It's not even necessarily Joel's death. It's the fact that she couldn't do anything about it. Because, remember, trauma is a gross violation of expectation coupled with a lost sense of safety and security. Well, the security that was threatened there was Ellie's attachment figure taken away. But up until that point, every single piece of adversity that Ellie and Joel had experienced together, they got through. They were able to help themselves. And in that specific moment, Ellie was not able to help him. That is the first time she was not able to help him. That's the violation of expectation. Not Joel's death. At any point in time, anybody in this world can die. But Ellie has been able to get through all of this with Joel. And so we see the trauma for her in this flashback be, I can't access him. I can't help him. I'm not available to him. Her being pinned down while watching Joel die was more of a trauma probably than even witnessing Joel die. And that's reflected in that flashback. Okay, so trauma is not even always what immediately meets the eye. It's not always the most obvious explanation to folks. Like, it's very easy to look at this and say, yeah, it's Joel's death, Joel dying, because we care about Joel in our own way. But like, Ellie's relationship with Joel is even different than our relationship with Joel. And she couldn't help him. Now, also, this is a kind of a secondary point. When Ellie comes out of it, right, comes back into reality, Dina's response there is very good. Dina's on her level. She makes eye contact. The first thing she says is, "You're home." She says something very safe. She says it very softly. She does not come off as aggressive, because if Dina was amplified, there's a good chance that Ellie might actually throw a punch at her. Because when people don't just all of a sudden snap out of it. It's like a process. And Ellie very well could be violent there. So Dina being as present as she could be, being at eye level, saying, "I'm going to take the baby now." Okay. It's really smart, because if Dina went to grab the baby, there's a good chance too that Ellie perceives Dina as a threat, because Ellie is a caretaker to the baby too. And so Dina needs to make sure in that moment that she is also safe and doing the right thing. Which is why if you ever see somebody dissociate and you know they have trauma, you need to be very careful and protect yourself before you even protect them. Dina knows what she's doing there. And finally, as a latent thing for folks that have experienced trauma and have these types of responses, this can be a very shameful experience for that person. It shouldn't be, but it is. Shame, by the way, being the fear that that one will be left by everybody they love if they discover a certain thing, right? So like coming out of this can be very embarrassing for Ellie. She may be worried about the effect that it has on Dina. She may come up with a narrative that says this must be so burdensome to Dina. And if this continues to happen, she may see caretaking as being trying to keep this from Dina or trying to remove herself from Dina because I'm too much to handle. Dina has shown every step along the way that she can handle Ellie. But Dina still isn't Joel. And I don't know that Ellie's had enough time to really like sit and process that in a sophisticated way to make that complete split and conversion over. So really important, I think, for Dina as well to continue to reiterate, hey, I'm here. It's okay. Like, I accept that this is something that's going to happen for you. Rather than making Dina's anxiety about it Ellie's problem. So I really admire the way that Dina handled this. It was really good. This happens to a lot of folks. And this is why if trauma is something that you have responses to and causes considerable distress in your life, and stuff like this maybe happens for you, talking to a professional is really key because a professional is going to know how to ensure their own safety and your safety as they help you work through this stuff, because this is immensely difficult stuff to work with. I'm guessing therapists don't exist during this time, so Dina's all Ellie has, which is all the more reason why I applaud Dina's response here. Really good. So my worry now here for Ellie is a couple things. First thing is that I worry that Ellie is going to perceive the fact that she continues to have these responses as burdensome to somebody she loves, like Dina, and that she will potentially create some emotional distance from Dina as a form of caretaking for her, despite the fact that she wants Dina to be around. I also think Ellie has a tendency to do an I've got this kind of mentality on this stuff. And trauma's not really something you go at it alone with. And there's a good chance that maybe Dina feels that. I mean, Dina felt a little bit distant when we were talking to her earlier. And when we were making, like, you know, intimate advances. And so that tells me maybe there's some stuff going on between the two of them that's not really being spoken about, but absolutely affects them. My other worry for Ellie in this instance is that for so long as Ellie continues to have these visualizations and these dissociations and continues to have her environment facilitate trauma responses for her, Joel is still being carried with her in a way that she doesn't want, and she's going to try to convert that energy into some form of control, which is very common. Sometimes people will destroy their entire world in order to try to find a semblance of control over the thing that continues to intrude into their mind. I don't know that that's what's going to happen, but that's something that no matter who this is, let alone this being Ellie, that I would absolutely be worried about and anticipating if Ellie isn't able to process this in some kind of like really productive way. Trauma has a really nasty effect on folks. Yeah, I mean, she's struggling. So you got to simultaneously worry about the things that you have intrusive thoughts about, but also the effect it has on the people you love. We haven't really seen many indications for Ellie that closeness is the thing she's going to try to facilitate. I mean, Joel and Dina are really the only two folks we've seen do that. That sense of burdensomeness that can come along with having responses to trauma or PTSD, if that is indeed the case, It's a pretty powerful force for folks.
Hey, where you been?
Hunting. Took a little longer than I thought. Who's here?
Just come inside.
Ow. Well, that's quite a grip you got there.
Hey, Tommy.
There you are.
Here, let me take him. Come here, bud. Oh, yeah. Here.
Oh, I got it.
Hey,
Hey.
it's good to see you.
You too. He's getting heavy.
No, just a big ball of muscle.
Town's good? Maria good?
Oh, she's fine. We're taking some time apart.
Sorry.
Nah. We talked about it a lot, and yeah, it's what we both want, so. Okay. Oh, come sit. I got something to show you. So I've been putting out feelers for months now. And this new guy heard my story. He told me about a woman that he traded with while he was moving through California. Described her as built like an ox, traveling with a kid with scars across his face. He said they're living along this coast in a beach sailboat right here. That's gotta be her.
We're done with that, so.
I'm sorry.
Well, I can't go.
I know.
All right. Reckon it's easy. Forget about her. You sitting all comfy way out here?
Hey,
I'll make her pay.
Tommy.
That's what you said when we got back to Jackson.
Tommy.
What a joke.
Can you take him, please?
Yeah. Here. I got you. I got you.
Hey, what the fuck was that?
Nothing.
God damn it, Tommy, you know what we've been through.
I'll save her. She made me a promise.
I don't fucking care.
I know you don't, dear. That's your goddamn problem. Oh, yeah, no fucking years.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. This makes me wish I could have seen what happened post Seattle. Oh. Okay, so you remember way back in The Last of Us 1 when Joel shows up in Jackson He says to Tommy, I want you to take Ellie. I want you to take her to the Fireflies because they're your people. Tommy says no. And Joel says, you owe me that. Remember that? Tommy says, nope. Wasn't worth it. Then he has a little bit of a change of heart and he says he'll do it, but then ultimately Joel decides to do it himself. I think that moment is relatively critical here. Because this isn't about Ellie and Tommy. This is about Tommy and Joel. I think Joel died before Tommy also, like Ellie, had the opportunity to say to him, thank you. For all the amount of shitting that people do on Joel, for everybody talking about Joel, I'm talking in-game, everybody talking about Joel as if he's the biggest asshole in the entire world. At the end of the day, he did indeed keep them alive. Joel's awfulness was a necessary sacrifice in many situations in order for Tommy and Ellie to be alive for us to see them now. And because both of them probably in their own ways conceptualized Joel as being immortal, they never took the time to say to him, thanks, man. Which is something that many of us come to a realization that we didn't do when folks that matter to us died. So I think instead of Tommy accepting the fact that he never had the opportunity to say thanks to Joel, and instead of having an interaction with Joel in a very abstract psychological way with the object that he has with him, Tommy has instead directed that energy into, you know what? I owe it to Joel to get this done. Because again, this is the world we live in. Living comfy is dissonant, like I was talking about when we were at the sunset. And so Tommy feels a sense of indebtedness to Joel to avenge him, and then has to experience the incredible sense of incompetence that must come along with the fact that he's blind in one eye and he can't use his other leg anymore. That Tommy is effectively disabled and no longer has the means to be able to avenge Joel and do his part to atone. Make him good in Joel's eyes. And so Tommy takes all of that, and instead of sitting with it, talking about the anxiety that that creates for him, talking about the sadness and disappointment, Tommy sends it outwards. Which I think is the product of the fact that Tommy, for a long part of his life, has been taken care of and stabilized by the people around him. Joel was a stabilizing force for Tommy. Maria is a stabilizing force for Tommy. And now, because Tommy isn't really able to do these things anymore, even if he, thinking about the fact that he could do it is maybe enough to stave it off. But now that he can't, Tommy's about to freaking explode. So he takes it off on Maria, and then now they're separated. So then he comes to Ellie thinking, you know what? If there's anybody that understands what I'm about to ask to do, it's Ellie, because nobody else in this world can empathize with what I've been through like Ellie can. And he comes and makes an impossible ask out of her. Probably told himself before he went in to do that, this is me taking care of Ellie because Ellie must care for this too. And so he sees the relationship that Ellie has with Dina. He sees that she has this house, that she's built something for herself, that she has this kid to take care of. And he's jealous because he ain't got that. And so to see Ellie have that is a further reinforcement that he doesn't have it, which is going to make him all the more angry. And it's going to remind him that he doesn't have Joel either. And so he's going to want somebody to pay for that instead of taking his own accountability in it. And I think the shitty thing about this is Tommy knows that deep down in Ellie's soul, this is going to appeal to her. And I think he's right. Because Ellie didn't get pissed. Dina got pissed. Ellie didn't get pissed. And I think Dina knows that Tommy just fucked with their relationship in the biggest way he ever could have done. Ellie was probably making her peace with the fact that she had no idea where Abby went. She has no idea that she's alive. My guess is that Ellie probably could conceptualize Abby as being dead. And now Tommy comes in, somebody she trusts. He says she's alive and she's right here. Whatever, it draws upon whatever sense of indebtedness that Ellie has to Tommy. It relives whatever indebtedness she has to Joel. She continues to have these flashbacks about Joel and being helpless. She now has an opportunity, and Tommy has just completely wedged Dina and Ellie's relationship. Whatever work Dina and Ellie have been doing to try to get this out of their lives has just been completely exposed as not having been managed effectively. And now Ellie is in a really difficult position. Because now she knows where she is, and it's going to eat her alive. And that's what Tommy's banking on. Oh, man, Dina, good for Dina for going out there and yelling at him. But I actually think, in some ways, that was a bad idea. Actually think that Dina would have done well to come toward Ellie. Because Dina is literally the only living person that has a chance to have Ellie's attachment shifted over. And that's a time of distress. Ellie needs Dina there. Ellie doesn't need Dina to protect her. She doesn't need Dina to go yell at Tommy. Ellie can handle herself. If she stood up to Joel, she can stand up to Tommy. Ellie going on the defensive on her behalf is going to cut across Ellie's sense of her own autonomy and her own ability to handle these matters. And she needs an emotional stabilizing force there for her in that moment. I understand Dina's anger. I wouldn't fault her for going out there, but I think the better route would have been if Dina had come toward Ellie and said, you know what? Fuck Tommy. What he just did was totally a scramble. I'm right here. I can only imagine what that must have been like for you. Because that would show Ellie that this is the person that's reliable for me when I'm distressed, and this is the person I want to be around. This is the person that reminds me of Joel. The good part of Joel. The part of Joel that wants to teach her how to play guitar, not kill people for her. That's heavy. Potentially, Panda. Could it be that Tommy was in the room with Joel when he was killed and couldn't save Joel as a former survivor's guild? Yeah, they were both there. I think they experienced the same thing. But instead of finding meaning in the relationships he currently has, like Ellie is, Tommy's blowing them apart. Tommy blew apart his relationship with Maria. Maria's been with him through some shit, man. He just blew up his relationship with Ellie. He just blew up his relationship with Dina. He just blew up his relationship with Potato. Ellie has managed to figure out a way to connect amidst this. So they've experienced the same traumatic instance, but they're processing it differently. And Ellie probably thought she saw Tommy killed for a time, just like we did. Yeah, probably. I mean, his disability is a reminder of that. That scene right there, probably of any scene we've watched in this game, has the most complexity to it. There is a mind-blowing amount of complexity happening in that little 5-minute clip. That is just such a culmination of so much shit we've seen as we've played this game. And so now we get to see what's going to happen. I want to use this as an opportunity to say that I appreciate you all being here. If you're watching me live, you're chatting, lurking, watching the VOD, I really appreciate you hanging out with me on Twitch, having these conversations, allowing me to illustrate this stuff. I hope my perspective is adding something to your enjoyment of this game. If you're watching me on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I would love it if you left me a comment on videos. I do love reading them. It gives me a chance to engage with you as well. I really appreciate you all very much. Share my stuff if you like what I'm doing. But I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for supporting what I do. Let's see where this goes. Okie dokie. Boy, we're thinking about it, aren't we? Look what we have. Focus on the relationships you have. Oh man, we spend so much time thinking about the relationships we don't have that it takes us away from the ones we have. Understandable why folks do it. Intrusive thoughts are a bitch, man. We all want to yell at Tommy. I understand that. We all want to yell at Tommy, but in that moment, if you're Dina, you have to be there for Ellie. You have to be there for Ellie. Okay. Our journal. Haunted by your smiles, the mask keeps getting heavier. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. There's a noose around my neck, and further I get, it's harder and harder to breathe. Can I find a way to cut the cord? I've been waiting for dawn, but the light is all gone. Don't know if I'm already blind. Can I look it all behind? Can I leave it all behind? Oh, wow. Okay, so this is like all new. Jesse's parents came out today. Let's scroll backwards here. Okay, happened again. Got rid of the images pretty quickly, but my skin hurt the rest of the morning. I gave up trying to go back to sleep. Dina stayed up with me. When will this stop? Alright, so intrusive thoughts about Joel. I don't know how Dina talks so easily about Jesse. She tells JJ all about him. She thinks it'd be good for me to talk about Joel. I get it. I get it out when she says that it makes the memories sound like food poisoning. I don't want to talk about it. It's just going to hurt. And I think once I start, I wouldn't be able to stop. She learned that from Joel. She's struggling to talk about Joel the same way that Joel struggled to talk about Sarah. And now she is going to have an immense sense of empathy for the reasons why Joel didn't want to talk about Sarah. Ellie thought she was safe enough to talk about it, and Joel was resistant. Dina wants her to talk about Joel. She doesn't want to do it. That kind of thing connects you to that person. That connects her to Joel. Even though he's dead, she sits here and goes, oh my God, I get it now. Oh, man. Took JJ on a ride today. He laughed the whole time. I almost didn't think about Seattle all day. It was nice. Jesse's parents came out today. It was nice at first. They're good people. Then they started pushing for us to move back to Jackson. I couldn't handle it and left for the woods. I didn't come back until late at night. Dina stayed up for me. I could tell she was mad, but she grabbed my hand and led me to bed. I feel so guilty. Oh, man. Dina's doing her best. This goes to show Ellie's got to be open to Dina. She has to open her heart to it. If you tell yourself that you're burdensome, if you tell yourself that people can't handle this, you're going to create internal circumstances where people eventually give up. Where people will find it burdensome. Not because it's actually burdensome, but because you make it so by trying to prevent its burdensomeness. Guilt is not a feeling. It's a narrative. It's a cognitive decision that a person makes to put meaning on something that they think they should have done differently. This tells me that Ellie thinks that she should be acting differently, that she should be feeling differently. But the fact of the matter is she feels how she feels, and that's important. And Dina's trying to help create space for that. If Ellie's not ready for that, so be it. That's okay. I'm not trying to force Ellie into that, but this speaks to the level of commitment that a person needs to have to opening their heart to others to let them in on this stuff. Joel didn't open up to Ellie until he was ready. Ellie's not going to open up to Dina until she's ready. And no matter how much Dina and Ellie with Joel push, and so it's a huge honor when somebody finally does. It means you've done something right, that you've hung in there long enough. But it also means that that person has maybe set aside this idea that they're burdensome and decided that the connection's more important. We saw Joel do that. Ellie's not being able to do that right now. Or she's able to, she's just choosing not to. It happened again. I was hunting this boar and I covered it in this old I cornered it in this old gas station. It was bleeding out, screaming, sounded like him. Then I couldn't get images out of my head. I left it there dying. My skin hurts. Oh. Brutal, man. Somebody once told me if you notice your friends don't check on you anymore, and when they did, you wouldn't want to talk about things that were bothering you. Sometimes it's just your friends assuming it's a boundary you've set, and they'll respect it after being shot down. Does that apply here? It certainly could. Yes. If you're not ready, it's okay to explain that you're not ready, but... Boy, this feels a lot like, has some vibes back to that initial scene when you play as Sarah in Last of Us 1. How the hell did she get that firefly etched on that guitar? Or that moth, or whatever the hell that is.
I woke up in the morning about 9:30. The hacks in the buggy standing in line. Jensen getting ready, standing around. Picking little city to bury. I began to think I'd do that time. I grabbed my head and laid it. Made a run just a little too slow. It overtook me in Jericho.
I hate these things.
Tell me about it.
Your old man really laid into me today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved he gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's putting on quite the show.
I give you guys 2 weeks until you're back together.
Not gonna happen. She, say something to you?
Make it 1 week.
Ellie! Hey! What took you so long?
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Dina?
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget, we're heading out early, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. You're such a dick. Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell?
Like a hot pile of garbage?
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
How about that?
Gross.
You love it.
Every guy in this room is staring at you right now.
Maybe they're staring at you.
Or not.
Maybe they're jealous of you.
I'm just a girl, not a threat.
Oh, Ellie. I think they should be terrified of you.
Hey, this is a family event.
Sorry. Sorry.
Remember next time there's kids around.
Yeah, like you're setting such a great example.
Oh, just what this town needs. Another loudmouth dyke.
The fuck did you just say?
Ellie,
Hey!
Ellie, don't.
Get the hell out of here.
Get your hands off me.
Hey! Enough.
Come on, you. Let's go for a walk.
What about them?
You worry about yourself.
Let's get you some fresh air.
You all right, kiddo?
What is wrong with you?
He had no right.
And you do?
I don't need your fucking help, Joel.
Right.
Yeah, she does. And that's okay. There's a moment that I think everybody goes through at some point in their teenage years. They desperately want to be self-sufficient, and we think that that means that we completely disengage from the people that take care of us. It's not that black and white. Ellie at this point is still super mad at Joel. And she sees, I mean, her rejection of his caregiving there is going to be absolutely devastating for him. Absolutely devastating. I mean, that's him coming to bat for her in like a really huge way, but she sees that as a grind against her own autonomy. And her, I mean, again, she's still a teenager. She's still equating this with this idea that like being completely self-sufficient is somehow like the most desirable quality ever. No, Joel can still take care of you, but you can also be boundaried about that. And you can see that she knows that that killed Joel. That's just her trying to put distance between them. Because I think any closeness she experiences with him is going to have to be like rolling back on some of the distance she put in by being angry at him for what he did at the hospital. You can tell that it pained her to do that. But think of how many teenagers, us in particular, have been in that position where you have a parent that tries to help you out with something, or you have somebody, it doesn't have to be a parent, you have somebody who tries to help you out with something, and your first instinct is to say, no, I don't need your help, even though you know deep down you do. I mean, that's an intensely vulnerable moment for Ellie. Intensely vulnerable. The kind of moment that Joel showing up and taking care of her in is going to go against the anger she's harboring for him. So, I mean, it's just dissonance. It's a dissonant city every single time we have these types of interactions. Hard, right? It's hard to see her regret that. Look whose jacket she's wearing.
Hey.
Hey.
Man, it's been a while since he slept this long, huh?
He had a day.
Yeah. He's fine. Go back to bed. We'll talk about it in the morning, okay?
I have to finish it.
You don't owe Tommy anything.
I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm not like you, Dina.
What? You think this is easy? For you and for him, I deal with it.
I love you.
Prove it. Stay.
I can't.
So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long? Just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel. Hey, stop. Hey. Hey. Come on. We've got a family. She doesn't get to be more important than that. No. I'm not gonna do this again.
That's up to you.
It has nothing to do with Tommy. I think we all know that. I think that's stating the obvious. She's doing this for Joel. She's literally wearing Joel. She's literally wearing him. Getting close to other people And allowing them in means that she's moving away from holding on to Joel. And for a person who doesn't openly process their grief and be real with it to themselves of the way that it's affecting them, this is the decision they'd make. She is falsely equating her connection with Dina to being at the expense of her connection to Joel. We know it's not. But Ellie's not talking about it. She's not processing it. She's not allowing space for Joel in her relationship. Talking about Joel is something that Dina is open to. She's okay about it. So when she's under duress, like she is right now, people seek proximity to their attachment figures. And so she is holding on to the internal object of Joel. Dina hasn't overridden it. Dina was never going to override it unless Ellie allowed her to, and Ellie didn't allow her to. So she is seeking proximity to the person who is responsible for Joel's last breath. The closest she can get to Joel is to find Abby, not to be with Dina. Dina wasn't there. This isn't about letting go of Joel. This is about allowing Joel to occupy space in her mind and her life in a different way. And she's not doing it. So off she goes to say thank you to Joel for the fact that she has everything that she just destroyed. And good for Dina for laying that boundary down and saying, if your ass is out of here, I'm not doing it again. I really hope Dina follows through with that. Mad Summer, I honestly don't think it has anything to do with justice at this point. I really don't. We've learned that killing doesn't equal justice. Not in this world. This isn't a just world.
Constance. Now we just need...
Oh, we checked this street a week ago. I can't believe you traded a pistol for this.
It's a lead.
No way that guy saw fireflies over here.
Stop. I feel good about this.
Well, I don't.
Come on.
Okay, friends. We are now Abby again.
24.
We now know that Abby's alive, and as I remind you every time we do this, we are now thinking about Abby. We are not thinking about Ellie. Abby has no idea that Ellie is on her way. No idea. All right. We are in California. We are alive. Apparently, we're looking for fireflies. And we're hanging with Lev. So here we go.
10.
It's not going to be on that side. It's all evens.
2409. So 2425 should be that way?
Yeah.
I don't know that Abby's attachment with Owen is that strong that she would be looking for the fireflies for him. She certainly could be DC, but I think the fireflies are just a group that have an ideology that she thinks that her and Lev can both
What do you think they're
accept.
I don't know. The goal was always to restore society. I mean, there's all sorts of ways to go about it. 24:17. Getting warmer.
I hope not. I'm sweating already.
Go California.
Hey, something's out there.
Oh.
Over there. There's a demon.
Who's infected in California too? Damn it. I mean, there's a lot of folks in California, so it doesn't surprise me, I suppose, but like, god damn it. Let's just find this damn house we're looking for and get the hell out of here. I don't really care to fight them if we can help it. Like, this cordyceps is just like really screwing with my brain, and I just don't know what to do about it. Like, it just gets like itchy, and then it's like, you know, you have these thoughts and you think that the thoughts are your own, but they're like not your own. You know, it's just so hard, and I've lost so many people to it.
24:29. Too far.
Like, click, click, click. Am I right? All right. That's all I'm doing with Valley Girl. That's it. Valley Clicker.
I don't see any numbers.
Yeah.
24:29 is next door.
This has to be it. Right?
Sure.
Let's see. Good enough.
Cordyceps is like trend. Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done. No more. What weapons do I have? I got a shotty and I got a little snub-nosed pistol. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to use them. What the hell are we looking for?
This place looks abandoned.
Keep searching.
We painted the indoors to look like the outdoors, but plants don't look like that. Maybe there's another way in?
It's a video game, Lev. There's always another way.
I'm trying to be helpful.
Current
You're always
residence.
helpful.
Oh, I want to read the mail. Come on.
What about...
Dr. Mick, that's a felony. Good point, Scott. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't. I wouldn't want the federal officers to come find me here in Santa Barbara.
Nada.
Damn it.
Is it really nothing? It can't be. Lev, I think we're done here.
No, wait. In here.
What?
You find something?
Scratches.
Abby, why don't you give him a hand, huh?
Scooch.
Oh. Hell yeah, brother. Abby, let's not make a ton of noise yet and yell out. We don't know who the hell's here. Secret tunnel through Santa Barbara.
Well, since anyone's been here.
Turn on the ham radio.
They had power down here. Look around. Guess they've got solar.
Oh.
I don't think Lev knows what that is.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is...
Jim.
Do you see a call sign anywhere?
Oh, what?
It's a short list of numbers and letters.
Hmm.
Fuck it. This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? Standing by. Is anyone out there?
What's this?
Those are frequencies. Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Is anyone out there?
Are these other Firefly outposts?
I don't know. Can anyone hear me? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Hello? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Hi, Abby. We got a clear signal on you. Where in Santa Barbara you calling from?
2425 Constance. We got a tip about a base, but there's no one here. We're looking for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
Where were you stationed?
I was part of the Salt Lake outpost.
Who ran that facility?
Dr. Jerry Anderson. He was my dad.
Well, how about that? We pulled everyone back from the satellite stations and brought them back here to home base.
How many of you are there?
We're about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
Owen was right. You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
Get to Catalina Island. Approach the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon. Over and out.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara. Over and out.
Come on, let's get back to the sailboat.
Anybody else got a bad feeling about this?
Okay, fine. You were right.
What was that?
Why do you make me repeat whenever I'm wrong?
'Cause it makes me feel better. And 'cause it happens so rarely.
Oh man, I don't know. Something about the cadence of that guy's voice feels off. Like, just feels a little bit off. Like, there was some skepticism in that. I think anytime somebody seems like they've got a level of skepticism when you're talking to them and you don't know who they are and you're trying to act like you're somebody else, you're running a real risk, man. A real risk. She was not exactly confident in the way that she expressed all of that stuff. Like, you could tell that she was kind of thinking on the fly. You could feel some hesitancy. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling. I hope it's not bad, but...
on now. Tyra. Come here, let me see you. You ready?
Wait, what are you doing? Wait. Fuck, man!
You're fine.
Seems like a terrible idea.
Don't you fucking touch him!
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?
Where did you go from here? Two, 4, 2, 5, Constance. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Boy, yeah, I would agree, Chad. Ellie is not looking particularly healthy.
How would she get up to the street from here?
I mean, I can't imagine this was a particularly fun trek. Holy crap. Hope we catch enough water, man. Again, just another shout out, Willow, because I know you're here. Another freaking shout out to the art team. You guys just, I cannot think of a game that has a more lived-in world than this, and I just admire the shit out of you guys. Like, just big. I say it almost every single time I stream, but my God, did Naughty Dog knock it out of the goddamn park with the art design of this game. It is truly a marvel. If you told me I was playing a PlayStation 5, I would believe you. And there's so much detail that I just walk right past because I don't even know where I can and can't go. All right. It is kind of amazing what the human body is capable of when you are on a mission. People will burn themselves out beyond what they even realize their threshold is because they're so strongly convinced that they're going to do a thing. This is just going to be kind of constant slow drips of all sorts of chemicals in her bloodstream. Adrenaline's not particularly sustainable. This isn't going to be constant adrenaline, but man, she's going to have bursts of it. I'm kind of amazed we even figured out how to get there to find her boat.
Now what? Mesa Bluff. I'm here, and Santa Barbara proper is that way.
All right. I think I hear infected. I also think it's a really nice touch that Ellie's health is not all the way in realized here. I have 241 pills? Holy shit. Why don't I just go ahead and... Alright, where are we going? Hammer's better than piece of wood. I know I told you I'd wait for you here, but it's not safe. Rattlers are all through these woods. I can't risk getting chained up again. I'll be in that place where I told you that ping pong ball joke. I miss your laugh. Hope you got out okay. Ping pong ball joke, huh? Any thoughts on the boat note? I feel it's needed to understand Abby. I didn't read too much of it. I helped out on this section here with the area you're in. After the mansion, you'll get to see my little short section and go through the cinematic at the end. Awesome. Thank you for telling me that, Willow. It's so badass. What did they just get spooked by? Whoa! How'd you know I was here? Alright, whatever.
Back to it.
Night, Taco.
Hope I can cut through here.
Me too. CBB 73. The latest in a long line of synthetic warriors, the CBB-73 was designed to fight battles deemed too dangerous or cruel for humans. When the Future Alliance captured one on Titan, their scientists used it to test their latest AI ethics technology. Now a trusted ally, CBB is willing to take point on all of the Future Alliance's dangerous missions, always reminding them I am reliable and expendable. But in times of high tension, CBB struggles not to slip back into its original function as a killing machine. Neat. That kind of sounds like Ellie, doesn't it? Oh, well, that's the opposite of fun. Take that, amigos. Ain't scared of no stupid ass shamblers.
I swear to God, Abby, if these infected killed you.
Wouldn't that be a kick in the nuts?
I gotta get out of here.
However, that little line shows you something very important. This isn't about Abby dying. This is about Ellie being the one who is in control of Abby's death. She doesn't believe that Joel's death is avenged just by Abby merely dying, and being killed by infected almost seems like it would be unfair. Ellie wants it to be by her hand. In the same way that Joel killed all of those people at the hospital with his own hands that were going to kill her.
There's gotta be a street around here.
Now entered your level. Sweet. We get a big cheers in chat for Willow for the incredible art that they created. Look at this. Oh my God.
Okay. Santa Barbara's downhill. 24, 25 constants.
Wait, is there anything in my journal from the trip? Oh, you bet your ass there is. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Dixie National Forest. Couple hunkers tried to jump me. Didn't go well for them. I just got to the outskirts of Las Vegas. Yo. I can hear infected from here. Must be thousands still alive inside the walls. What a nightmare. I'm going to go around. That must have sucked to walk through Las Vegas. Palmdale, California. I'm still hiding out in a basement, hoping the horde passes by. Still in this fucking basement. The batteries in my flashlight are almost done. The dark is fucking with me. I keep seeing him, smelling iron. I miss Dina. I miss Potato. What am I doing here? Good question. I got out. The horde got distracted by a group of travelers. Some of them didn't make it. 2 of the bodies were kids. I burned them. Made it to the coast finally. It's gorgeous. Flowers everywhere. There's a thick morning gloom. Doesn't seem like the military ever came through. Maybe it was too spread out. I wish Dina could see this. She'd lose her shit. I like the sound of the waves. Heading down to the coast. Haven't seen people in a few days or intact sailboats. What if Tommy was wrong? What if they're not here anymore? I can't think about that. Yeah, that would be really freaking devastating. Notice that Ellie has started drawing the baby instead of Joel. And that journal could be a really reparative tool for her.
She has to be down there.
Oh God! Yeah, you hope. I can understand why Ellie would want her to be down here. It's just at the same time, man, like, you know, part of me thinks the reason that Ellie wants Abby to be down here is because she thinks that that's a quick fix to all of this. And it isn't. What do you, like, you're going to kill Abby, Ellie, and then you're going to have to still process this shit. It doesn't bring Joel back. You know? And I think that's really what Ellie's avoiding. Like, I in some ways can conceptualize this entire trip as an extended avoidance behavior. Ellie does not want to deal. with the emotion that goes into this. She doesn't want to deal with the grief. She doesn't want to deal with the anxiety, the disappointment, the guilt, any of that stuff. So instead, she's avoiding it by going on this trip. She's prolonging it. She's downloading it into Abby. And that's a pretty powerful force. People will go to the ends of the earth to avoid things that they really don't want to do. Sometimes to the point that the thing they do to avoid is even more detrimental and painful than actually dealing with the shit that you're avoiding. Every time. God damn it. I hate this so much.
Abby. I found you.
See? We got a live one.
Bitch is fucked up. We'd be lucky if she lasts a month. Can we please just say we're done for the day?
Yeah, get that thing down. Let's reset the traps.
Really, man? I mean, is she even worth the trip back? It's not like...
Hey, get you?
No. I'm good. Something funny?
Looks like you shit your pants.
Fuck you say?
Oh, bitch.
Oh, you like funny, huh? Get up.
Come on.
Get up.
We don't need
No,
this.
man, she's fucked up anyway, man. Come on. No, it's funny, right? It's funny.
Are you serious?
Come on. Laugh.
Oh, God damn it! Wait. You said Abby. You're looking for an Abby, right? We picked one up a couple months ago.
Yeah, sure.
No, big girl. Blonde. Arms like mine. She had a scrawny kid with cuts by his mouth. Yeah, that's her. You let me go. I'll tell you where she is. Get to her before that infection takes over.
Talk.
She's in a holding cell at our camp.
Where's that?
Head that way till you hit the railroad track. That'll lead you to a resort. We keep them in the tall, round building. I swear.
I don't blame her one bit for killing him. I don't blame him. I don't blame her one bit. What? What's you gonna do? Let him go? And he's gonna just alert everybody? I mean, some of this stuff makes, I mean, plus there's just, I don't know. At some point, like, we've killed so many people. We got a mission. I can't risk that guy tailing us. I just can't. Like, that's the moment we're going to choose to spare him? No. I get it. It's just, oof.
Traxter Resort. Tall, round building. Traxter Resort. Tall, round building.
Ellie, you gotta eat.
Fuck.
Over here! Aim for his leg!
We'll go back.
Is that a gun? He's got a gun!
Go back!
God damn it.
Shit. All right.
Fuck did he get a gun? Tell the others to search the area. Make sure he's the only one that got out. Watch out for it.
Fuck!
I ain't messing around at this point.
Big group.
We're doing what we gotta do.
Better find her before these idiots kill her.
Because Ellie would not mess around here. Ellie doesn't give a shit. No idea what these dudes' deal is, but I don't really have time to care if I'm her. I mean, honestly, at this point, I just want to kill... Like, Ellie would want to kill Abby before she dies. Like, I think Ellie would see this as the ultimate loss if all of a sudden if she dies before Abby's dead. Like, this is Ellie's sole purpose. Like, sole purpose. It's what she's chosen. I mean, we can choose to agree or disagree with it, but she's in, man. Who knows what those people were even sending? Like, that's the thing, right? Like, all these factions in the United States all handled this in different ways, which I think is pretty realistic, right? Like, everybody figured out what needed to happen in order to survive this shit. And people will do some pretty terrible shit to keep surviving. This is cost sunk to the max. We're going to a domed building. Oh, you asshole.
Behind that truck!
Dude, these guys have shields on their faces? Are you kidding? Oh, no.
Run her down, girl! Hey!
Shit, man, this is not the gun I want. Come on. Poke your head up.
Any others? Oh, fuck. My side.
We're hurting. Time is of the essence. Let's get some ammo. Let's get the hell out of here. I'll eat a candy bar or two. Oh, yeah. They're just following COVID. Yes, they're wearing masks because not only is there a cordyceps infection, COVID, the Zeta variant is on the loose. Oh man, Cassandra, thank you for the bits. I've been well. Appreciate you popping in. Oh man, okay. What is this? The Rattlers. Cool name, bros. Scars, wolves, fireflies, fuck all these groups. Well, they also exist for survival purposes, Ellie. I mean, it's kind of amazing at this point that we've managed to survive on our own like this. You go through here? No? Where are we going?
Okay. Tracks to the resort.
You caught the Zeta variant last night next to the devil's anus. Yeah, right? Oh, God. Well, if we don't have merciless vengeance kill streaks, we have humor, right? Oh, man. I mean, our kill count is insane.
Shit.
Oh, my God.
Let's move!
Oh, God. That looks like a tall, round building.
Okay, so these people big suck, huh?
How do I get in there?
You know, so these people are into slaving? Yeah, I think they'd probably call it indentured servitude. Would be my guess.
Hello.
You're right, it's like Bill said. The infected are easy. Humans are the ones that are most scary.
Do it just a little closer, buddy.
Dude, leave him alone. He can't feel anything.
Fuck that. I promised you I'd do this to him.
This is such a fucked up hobby.
Bet you wish you didn't try to escape now, don't you, Anthony?
Oh, that guy's is that guy infected? Oh my God. I don't know that I want to cut him free. Although that could be a really nice distraction. Actually, maybe we do that. Let's see if I can get behind him and release him without anybody seeing it. Oh no! 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 I wanted to release him. What are you doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Go, Ellie, go. Go, Ellie, go. Get in the grass. I mean, I'd go in hot, but these guys are like fully decked out. Like, I don't know that I have the munitions to really be able to take these fellas out here.
hell was that? I'll go see what's up.
See anything?
We're good.
I don't know if I can really make a break for it here. That seems a little bit too...
What's the story? Fucking anyone got anything?
Nothing over here.
What about you?
No contact here either.
Look in the building.
You got it.
No one downstairs.
Search the building.
Yeah, on it. What have we got? Anything? I don't see anything.
Shit.
What have we got, guys?
I don't... Oh, shit.
Okay, take it easy.
Checking the building.
Keep an eye out.
Oh, this is the most unperceptive person in the entire universe.
Everyone, report in. Nothing over here.
What?
Quiet. Big mistake.
Is it? Boy, if I knew where to go, I would have avoided killing all these people, but I don't know where to go. I need to go to the round building. I'm guessing I have to go through this house.
Okay.
All right.
Tall round building. There it is.
Just shut up.
Alright, nice and easy.
Yes.
Oh. Another mark for music for Sean.
Marta! We're under attack!
Right there!
God damn it!
I'll put you down!
Will you?
Oh God, no! I got her!
Okay.
Here, here!
Oh my god. Hit your shots, Ryan. Oh my god. Oh boy, I messed up. Oh, I big messed up. I big messed up. That was a little bit too ballsy.
Hear that? He's running! Over here!
Oh my god. What? Oh shit.
Man.
Get her from the side!
Over here!
Oh god.
Fuck. Anybody else?
Whew. Jenny, sending along some extra beef, grapefruit, potatoes. I just got... They've been impressed with how many strays I've captured and wanted to reward me. We're seeing the best crop we've ever seen since we settled here. Please make sure my mom gets fatty cuts. She looked skinny the last time I saw her. Oh, man. I don't want to even know what that means. We've seen too much shit. Wasn't this... This is the building, right? We're in the round building. At least there's lots of ammo in here. Oh, that's the round building. So that was completely unnecessary for me to go in there, but I actually don't... Okay, so I can't get over here, so I need to go upstairs so I can jump over. Okay, so I did need to go in here. Holy shit, man. Yeah, I mean, Ellie's tired. She's got, like, nothing left. I mean, it's going to amaze me if we can even make it to the end here. I mean, hell, at this point, I'd venture to say that Ellie's as tired as we are.
What happened? I don't know. It's gotta be a fucking stray.
Shit! Spread out! Guard the tower!
Oh, man, there's so many.
Stray! Behind the table! God damn it! Judy! Pin her down!
You got it! God.
Jesus. Come on, Ryan.
Look alive!
Whoa!
I got it!
You just torch your own dude? Oh my god.
Push in! Oh God! You're not getting out of here!
Oh, what a throw.
No! Heads up! I'll find you.
We're on a freaking warpath, man.
Where are these fucking prisoners?
Like, what the hell even makes this worth it at this point? Like, what are we even gonna say to Abby? I don't know how killing Abby's gonna really even do us any good here. Oh, shit.
Kill her! Bitch! I got the key!
I locked the door.
Alright, come on. Let's go.
Hey, where's Abby? She's bit.
Keep back.
Hey, don't put that fucking thing in me.
Hey. Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on.
All right, here we are. Everything we worked toward. The adrenaline is what's going to get Ellie through this. Kind of amazing that what your body can do when you have enough cortisol flushing through your system. This is the only... This is Joel right here, man. Joel is with us. What would he think? We are so far into this. Abby said she better never see us again. I would not put it past Abby to absolutely annihilate Ellie's ass if we got here. And you know, there's some part of me that wonders, that truly wonders, if maybe Ellie is kind of hoping that Abby kills her at this point. Suicide by proxy. Because it's like, what is all this worth? You've blown everything up. Maybe it would be easier if Abby would kill her, and then the same person that killed her is the person who killed Joel, and she can meet him in the end in the same way that he died. Like, in some ways, I look at this as being a death wish. This is an end it all. I had a supervisor, I say this a lot, I had a supervisor once tell me that suicide is the intent to kill, that you just turn on yourself. Ellie is ravaged by everything that's happened to her and probably wants it all to go away. And she thinks it's going to go away by killing Abby. But maybe it'd be easier if she just dies. And she knows that Abby's stronger than her. She knows that Abby can do it. Abby said she's basically going to kill her if she sees her. Maybe that's what Ellie wants. Or maybe Ellie is kind of like, I win either way. Either I kill Abby and maybe I feel a sense of redemption. Or maybe Abby kills me and then I don't have to deal with it anymore. What does she have left? Like, Ellie's in no shape to fight Abby right now. Absolutely no shape. And she's got to know that. She burned that bridge, Mecca. Ellie burned the Dina Bridge as soon as she left that house. Oh my God.
Holy. Abby?
Abby. I got you. I got you.
I'm going to be really quick on this. This is a very complicated set of circumstances. This confirms that this isn't really about... This is about Ellie's control. This isn't about Abby dying. And in a backwards kind of way, letting Abby die there is the easy option for Ellie, but it's also the merciful option. Ellie choosing to cut Abby down, perhaps even letting her live, might actually be worse. Might actually be that Abby has to live with some of the same pain that Ellie does. Just a thought. Oh, it's not about bonding, Ares. It's about understanding that what Ellie's going through is more painful than death would be, and wanting that for Abby.
I can't let you leave.
I'm not doing this.
No.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Yes, you will.
He's not a part of this.
You made him a part of this.
Go. Just take him.
Who have I been? Who am I now? Who do I want to be? The way she sees Joel as she puts her stuff in the boat is the way that she was forced to see Joel by Abby. And that's an image of him that for as long as she carries that image, she is willing to do things that are so beyond what she ever imagined she would do. She acted on it. She is then at the moment that she has been waiting for a really long time. And then she sees an image of Joel that is hers. The Joel that plays guitar, that taught her to play guitar. The Joel that looks at her in a way that nobody has ever looked at her. A man that went to the ends of the earth for her, to take care of her. Who valued that more than humanity itself. And I think seeing Joel in that moment is just enough for Ellie to realize that if Joel saw what she's doing right now, he might understand it. But maybe that's not who she wants to be for that guy. So she pulls off. And realizes that she's the one who gets to decide how Joel lives on for her, not Abby. She's the one who gets to decide which image of Joel do I want to carry in my heart going forward. And what does that mean for how I choose to act? This is the time of the most stress that Ellie has probably experienced outside of watching Joel die. And in that moment, she sees him. She sees her internalized object of him. She pulls closer to Joel. Abby represents distance from Joel. Ellie's going to see the last moments of Joel if she continues to choose to give those thoughts power. It's not about Abby. It's about Ellie's control. And I think Ellie wanted to have and exert the control that she didn't have in that moment. I told you guys, remember? I told you guys this like an hour and a half ago. The trauma for Ellie is not Joel's death. The trauma for Ellie is the loss of control in that moment. The reparative function for Ellie is to find control over the thing that is closest to that moment that took it away from her. So when she has her hand on Abby's neck, she is in control, not just in the general sense, but she is in control of whether Abby lives or dies. And no matter which one she chooses, is going to bring her the satisfaction of the fact that she was the one that got to dictate it. Abby doesn't get to live here because she beat the shit out of Ellie and walked away. She gets to live here because Ellie let her live. And Ellie letting her live is the choice that Joel, as she wants to remember him, would prefer. It's the choice that she sees as self-redemptive here. That's the reparative experience. The opportunity to make the decision for Abby to die. And the second she realized she had that control, she let go, because that is what she needed. Abby's alive because I let her. And because I don't want to take, probably subconsciously, I don't want to take another caregiver away from somebody who needs that. I effectively become to Lev what Abby was to me. That's powerful shit. We see the culmination of both redemptive story arcs in this moment in the water. We see it when Abby says, I don't want to fight you. That's Abby taking control. I'm not going to do it. I have decided that my life is dedicated to taking care of this boy, no matter the cost. And for Ellie, it's I get to decide that Abby lives. And it culminates in Ellie having to sit there with 2 shattered fingers and Abby driving away. And to be completely honest with you, I don't know if there's much of a better way that it plays out. Other than there's heaps of dead bodies along the way of folks that have just as complex stories. But if we're taking these 2 folks as the focus of our attention, Ellie's going to realize there were consequences to this. And so is Abby. And I think if we want either of those two dead in this moment, we're no better than either of them. It's okay to want somebody dead. It's another thing to actually make it happen. Remember, this isn't about us. This isn't about us. This is about Ellie and Abby. It's not about us. This isn't about our story. This isn't about how we feel. This is about how they feel. This is about what's going on for them and how they navigated it. We have to take ourselves out of this moment and take it for what it is. And understand that quite literally, everything leading up until this point makes sense. Whether we want it to or not. Because it happened. Would it have been better if I stayed? Swallowed up the shame? Given them what's left of me? Do I have it to give? Can I offer the scraps now? Gristle and bone, chewed up and rotting. Or will it make them sick, corrode their insides, poison them? I could be in the woods, left for the insects to clean until the iron smell is gone, until I'm bleached and ready to display. And she drew his eyes. In her own way, Ellie saw her decision to leave and go take care of this as being a way of taking care of Dina and JJ. Now, we may not agree with that, but Ellie decided that being a shell of herself was not what Dina and JJ deserved. That as much as this was for her, as much as this was for Joel, this was for Dina and JJ, because she was never going to be able to be present for them in the way that they deserved her to be, in the way that Joel always was for her, and in the way that Dina is for her. The inability to reciprocate because of how intrusive those thoughts were was enough for Ellie to engage that caregiving part of her. Doesn't justify it necessarily, but it certainly explains it. And to an extent, I can respect that. I would hope that all of us can. Nice shirt, huh?
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
Wow. So that was the last conversation that Ellie had with Joel. And I'll point out that his turn from when he was playing guitar to look at her is the exact same thing she saw right before she let Abby go. And that conversation, I think, is incredibly important. Because it shows what was unresolved for Ellie when Joel died. She didn't get a chance to work herself up to forgive him. She blamed him for the lack of meaning that was left in her life, and then attached all of the meaning in her life to him. So the dissonance in the way that Ellie acts relative to her set of values and to who she is makes complete sense, because her entire conviction and sense of self is built around a dissonant idea. And her forgiveness of him was not something that was ever fully realized for him. And I think that was something that she probably felt or experienced a significant amount of guilt around and disappointment around. This was her effort to forgive him because she couldn't do it the way that she would have if he was alive. My interpretation of her leaving the guitar behind is that Ellie gets to decide how she carries Joel instead of it being decided for her. That guitar is one of the ways that Joel got carried on for her, like it was a symbol that was created by environment, but Ellie gets to decide how she wants to carry him on. That song that she always sings on the guitar starts with "If I Was to Lose You." Well, the fact is she did lose him physically, but it doesn't mean that she has to lose him in here. She gets to decide what aspects of Joel she takes with her, which aspects of Joel she allows to go by the wayside. And perhaps she gets to create what's a realistic image of Joel for her that allows her the autonomy to actually take care of herself in the way that she always said she could to Joel, but never really showed. And this whole journey has proven that she can take care of herself. And I think maybe more than anything, that's what's most meaningful to her as it relates to Joel, is she has proven I actually can take care of myself, and now I get to keep you around because I want to keep you around in my mind, not because I have to and not because it's been forced upon me. Now, I will say the first time that I played this game, there was a part of me that thought that Ellie walks out of that field to go commit suicide. We don't know. I think we all get to kind of decide where Ellie goes with that, and I think that's the point. It's like the top spinning in Inception. We get to decide whether that top kept spinning or not. It's a hell of a game, man. And I just want to say, as we watch the credits roll here, first and foremost, chat, thank you for being here. Those of you that have been along with me live for this entire journey, it has meant the world to me that you have provided so much support, that you kept chat spoiler free, that nobody made any of this about themselves, that you guys made this about the journey and about the education about it and what I was able to illustrate. I hope more than anything that my interpretations of what's going on, I don't claim to be perfect. I'm not saying that the way I perceive everything to be is how it is. This is just my therapist brain being applied to what I know of human systems and dynamics and psychology to maybe help people understand a little bit about what's going on. So if my analysis has contributed some depth to your level of either understanding, enjoyment, appreciation for this game, that's my honor. And I'm grateful that you gave me the opportunity to Sherpa you through this. It's heavy. There's a lot going on. If you've been watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching me on YouTube. I hope that watching these VODs has been a great experience for you as well. And everybody that's here, sharing my stuff is the best way to help other people learn from this. As I've said from the very beginning, it wasn't my job to review this game. That's not why I played this. I played this game because there's a lot going on that I can use to educate people and do what I set out to do when I started this stream and started this channel. Y'all are awesome. And I also would just like to say as well, to Naughty Dog, thank you for creating this, for developing these characters, for putting as much time and effort into literally every single aspect of this game that you put into it. It has been an honor for me to play it. I know that you guys have caught a lot of heat for the game. I hope that my playthrough is one that maybe even some folks at Naughty Dog can look at and say, hey, this is really cool. This is part of what we were going for. I don't know, or maybe I completely missed the mark. But regardless, you have provided a template through your game through which I can educate people about stuff in a really accessible way. And I am really grateful for that experience. And y'all, you can tell that there was a lot of love and care put into this, no matter how much people love or hate it. I think even the hate goes to show just how invested people are in the world that you've created. So, from me to you, thank you, and keep doing your thing. Do you think there would be a promising therapy approach for somebody with as much psychological damage as Ellie has? Yes. I do. Ellie's not a lost cause. Hypothetically, Ellie walks into your office after the events of this game asking advice for what she should do from now on. What would you say to her? That you can't answer that question in one fell swoop. It's also not for me to decide. I'm gonna let the credits roll for a second here. Okay. We're going to do a wrap-up show tomorrow. So if you want to catch that live, I will be doing, like I'll answer questions. I'll kind of give everybody a chance to let this soak in. Depending on the direction that wrap-up goes, I will be posting that to YouTube as well. But yes, on a Monday, I will be doing it tomorrow. Here's kind of the last thing I want to say for the purposes of the YouTube VOD. Because again, those of you that are watching the VODs and you're not going to necessarily catch this live to hear me talk after this. I think too many people who played this game and got angry at it personalized the experience. And as I said after the fight between Ellie and Abby, this is not about us. This isn't about the person who plays the game. This is about the people who are in the game. And if you have made this about you, I think you've missed the point. And I hope my playthrough has illustrated that. Also, it's okay if you don't like it. You don't have to.
just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home. I know dark clouds will gather around me. I know my way is rough and steep, but beauteous fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed their vigils keep. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over home.
I'll soon be free from earthly trial. This body red in the old churchyard. I'll drop this cross of self-denial and go singing home to God. I'm going there to see my Savior. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just a going over Jordan. I'm just a going over